Hello, in this video I'm going to be giving you an overview of the government Kickstart scheme and how we are implementing it here at the University of Liverpool. This is a quick introduction to the scheme and I will be linking at the end how you can get further information about the opportunities that are available here at the University of Liverpool. So what is the Kickstart scheme? Well, the Kickstart scheme is a 6-month paid job with local employers that is funded by the government. And the roles are available in many different sectors across England, Scotland and Wales. And the university is a Kickstart Employer, which essentially means that we have also committed to creating 50 vacancies, particularly for Kickstart employees. And not only will you get 25 hours of paid work a week on the scheme for the 6 months, you will be supported throughout your journey with employability skills and career development whilst on the scheme. If you're a University of Liverpool grad, you'll also have full access to the Your Futures programme, but the Kickstart scheme is available to all 16 to 24-year-olds, regardless of whether you've studied with us before or not. Who is eligible to apply for Kickstart? Well, firstly, you must be 16 to 24 years old. You must currently be unemployed and claiming universal credit, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of universal credit in a moment if you're not familiar with that term. And you must also be at risk of long-term unemployment. So essentially that means that you either have barriers or challenges to finding sustainable long-term employment. So for you that may not be familiar with universal credit, firstly, we'd really encourage you to sign up for universal credit if you are currently unemployed. And that's mainly due to the criteria for the scheme. You must be on universal credit to apply for the scheme, and that's not only for the roles at the university, but also the external Kickstart scheme roles. So that's thousands of job opportunities that would become available to you once you sign up on universal credit. When can you apply for universal credit? Well, if you're an unemployed young person or a grad of 2020 or earlier, you can apply for universal credit straight away, and we've got the links in these slides to get you started. If you're a current student, a final year at the university, you won't be allowed to apply for universal credit until you're technically no longer a student. So the last day of term is the 4th of June. So from the 5th of June, if you're a final year, you can start your application for universal credit and you can start accessing these vacancies. What can you do now? Well, the important thing first is to check if you're eligible for universal credit, and I'm going to discuss that in a little bit more detail. If you currently are a final year student, I'd still encourage you to be having a look at this already so you can be prepared to apply on the 5th of June, because your application may need to go through a process, and the quicker you can complete this process, the quicker you can access and apply to our vacancies. So to find out if you're eligible to apply for universal credit, we'd advise you to do a benefits calculator online. You can pause the slide here and use the QR code. The links will also be in the description below. In terms of accessing Kickstart vacancies, we would encourage you, if you are a university graduate or alumni, to join our Handshake platform, where we not only promote our internal Kickstart vacancies, but our employer partners promote theirs too. We also share the weekly jobs fair from the Liverpool City region, so you can join this too. If you're not a University of Liverpool graduate but are still interested in working for us in the Kickstart scheme, we'd advise you to discuss this with your job coach. In order to find out more about the Kickstart scheme here at the University of Liverpool, please access the link in the description to view our full session. or you can get in touch with me directly as the Kickstart Project Manager at Jessica.sanders@liverpool.ac.uk.